Whenever you guys are situated, go ahead and lay back, nice and comfortable. Yeah, give yourself time to settle in. And as the body's receiving the floor, feel how deep of a breath you can take into the floor. Just huge, huge inhale. Really relax, exhale. Let it all go, all the stress, all the anxiety, all the tension. Be relaxed, body receiving, body opening. So is the body already just feeling good, happy, calm, relaxed? We're starting to connect with our intention for today. This week we've been able to focus quite a bit on different ways to help boost the immune system. Different ways have been working on the lymphatic system, working on the meridians, all sorts of goodies. Today, we're boosting the immune system by working on stress reduction. Just helping the body feel really good and really free of stress. So imagine that any stress that we go through in normal life has an imprint on the cells of our body. And that imprint teaches the body certain things. It teaches it, how to be more reactive, how to fight and flight, those types of things. And so today is going to be a nice practice just overall for the whole system. And the idea is by giving the body a total reset, we're able to help just remove that imprint of stress. Help get us to a spot of kind of like a new baseline that's stress-free, just feeling good, feeling more open. So that's our thought for today with our little intention to get us started. So from there, when you're ready, go ahead and start hugging knees into the chest. Take a couple of easy rocking motions for the low back. That low back getting a chance to relieve some of the tension that we tend to hold there. Beautiful. Letting the feet gently drop down to the ground. The hands slide in by the hips. Let's take 3 bridge poses. Inhale, rolling up, 1. Exhale, back down. Inhale, 2. Inhale, number 3. Beautiful. Rolling back down. That rocking action is super soothing for the nervous system. Now let the right thigh cross really tightly over left thigh. The thighs will try to come into chest. The toes naturally fling off to each side, so just try to grab onto each ankle. If that's a little too tight, you could take figure 4 instead. And feel that breath continuing to ease its way in and out like that rocking motion that we just took with bridge. Each exhale is an invitation to breathe out our stress. One more huge inhale. Exhale. Release the grip of the hands. The legs are still crossed. And we're taking eagle's position here on our back. So right elbow starts to wind under left. Allow this to be a shoulder opener for the body. So shoulders need to press away from ears. It might feel nice to let the fingertips fall to the space above the head. Maybe they touch the floor, maybe not. Doesn't matter too much. What matters is how you feel those shoulders open. Feel how relaxed and calm the body is. The challenge as we go through life is to keep this level of calm no matter what we're doing. So we're going to take 3 crunches here, the elbows and the knees trying to crunch up together in the center. While we take those 3, try to keep this state of mind just as calm as it currently is. So do a nice inhale, prep. Exhale, elbows and knees touch, crunch together, and relax back down. 2. Good, 1 more. Beautiful. Arms spread open to left and right. The hips bump just an inch or so to the right before the knees fall to left. A nice crossed arrangement, adds in a nice aspect for the low back. The hip, helping it open up very nicely. Each breath, helping your body release even deeper. More huge breath flows in. Nice exhale. We'll unwind, lifting the legs back up, recenter the hips on the ground, and then legs travel up to sky and open wide. Hands are welcome to rest on the inner thighs, helping to use gravity to help press them open. Beautiful inhale. Exhale, legs come together, bend at the knees, set the feet back down to ground. Another 3 bridge poses, really feel that rocking action soothe the spine. So inhale, up, exhale, down. Another 2. Last 1. Good. Whenever you finish that 3rd one, left thigh crosses tightly over right. The thighs come into chest. We try to grab onto each ankle. Breathing space, breathing love into the spots that previously only held tension, stress. It's funny because stress sometimes is like a rock that we put in our backpack. And it's like we're carrying it around for what end? We can release it whenever we feel ready to. By including more self-care, including more me time, making sure to not put too much on the plate every day. Another huge inhale flows in. Relaxed exhale. As we release, keep the cross. Left elbow winds under right. those arms. Remember to set the shoulders to go down away from ears before the fingertips start to try to reach for the ground above head. What I love about yoga is that permission I have to change just the slightest little adjustment to go into a really beautiful spot for my body today. Know that you always have that permission in my classes. Slightest adjustment can change the whole world. So if you feel ready, let's take our 3 crunches, staying in this calm state of mind. Huge inhale the breath. Exhale the crunch. 3, 2, 1. And then arms spread open on the ground. Bump the hips just a hair to left before the knees fall to right. Notice how maybe the first moment you get into the stretch, there's almost like this tension in the body. It's like, oh, yep, I forgot that that was there. So breathe into it. See how much you can release gravity to do the work instead of you. Another ginormous inhale. Exhale to lift the knees up. Recenter the hips on the mat. And this time as we unwind the legs, let's get it into happy baby. Grabbing onto outside edges of feet. This can be with rocking. This can be with stillness. Notice what feels useful for the system. One more huge breath flows in. With our exhale, we release. Let's work our way up toward a seated place. The legs start off with cobbler, but we do a couple of almost like cat-cow motion. Really feel yourself rocking the pelvis back and forth to kind of set in that, again, that rocking state. It's like being a little child in a rocking chair. It's just such a comforting motion. So I personally like to grip onto either the knee or the ankle area. I use my exhales to lean back, inhales to rock. Think of that very low hip area as this rocking horse. And you really feel that sensation. Perhaps 3 more rounds. We're all at different paces. When you finish your 3rd round, just let the spine tilt forward and release. Perhaps the head takes on a rocking motion, rocking a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Back to stillness with neck, and then spine rolls up. The right hand plants off to the right, left hand reaches up and over, and let there be a little bit of rocking with that shoulder. So round forward a little bit, then pull the shoulder back a little bit. Just easing into the places where we hold the tension here. Perhaps 3 rounds, and then find the best spot. The spot to just stay. Easy rise up, and we switch sides. Same thing, 3 or so rocks, slowly tilting the shoulders forward. And pulling the spine open, slight arch behind. As you discover your tight spots, find the best spot of the whole cycle to just rest. A few bonus breaths. Beautiful. Rising back up. Let's allow the legs to straighten out in front of us. Circle arms clear up to sky. Feel even a slight arch back. And then that nice tilt forward. Perhaps a return to some of the neck tension. Just rolling head left and right if that feels useful. One more good inhale. Exhale. Easing the spine up. Let's swing the legs underneath the body, coming to a nice kneeling place. From here, try to find that same rocking motion that we were playing with before. With our cat-cow, we're rocking the spine up and the belly down. Trying to find the soothing quality of cat-cow. That's 2 more full cycles. There, if you feel ready for a downward facing dog, really spread the fingers wide, press down through each fingertip, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Soft little movements through the knees can help to ease some of the tension out of those areas. Try to remain in this amount of mental calmness as we start to float the right leg up to sky. We're going to take the right knee into the chest like a plank pose. And then float it back up, 3-legged dog. Do that twice more, knee to chest. And reach. And one. Beautiful. This time, step the right foot in between hands. Let's softly lower the back knee. Finding that same type of rocking action 3 times super slowly. We're going to sink our hips forward into a deep lunge. And then slowly ease back into a half split, the front leg straight. No need to rush our way through. Eventually head to 2. And 1. Pause for a few extra breaths with that nice half split. Spaciousness continuing to be built. As we plant that right foot back onto the mat, take a quarter turn to the left, taking us into a high, like both feet planted position. And we're going to start easy rocking motions, bending one knee, and then re-straightening it, and then bending the other knee. I like to shift my hand position each time, kind of rocking it back and forth. You choose the pace. So you've done at least 3 rocks to each side. Find stillness, 2 straight legs in the center. Spine just starting to melt down. How much can we allow gravity to take over? Another huge inhale. Beautiful exhale. Let's start to walk our hands back up to top of mat. As we step the front foot back, you get to choose. Do you want a child pose? Do you want a down dog? Do you want to take a full flow? Chaturanga to cobra to down dog. Whatever feels good for the body at this point. Beautiful. Eventually ending up in down dog. We try to find that nice calm mental quality as left leg floats up to sky. Take the knee to the nose, shift shoulders over wrists, and then reach back up, 3-legged dog. Repeating 2. One. And then step that foot in between hands, lowering the back knee down. Slow, tender rocking, sink forward into that lunge. Eventually back into half split. No need to rush. That's part of where our stress comes in, is rushing our way through life rather than enjoying every little moment that is gifted to us. Just like before, sooner or later when you finish the third one, pause for a little bit longer in the half split part. That left foot plants its way up at the top. Hands come to the inside. We've got that quarter turn to the right. This can be the same high lunge or perhaps the low skandasana. Up to you. Try to go for at least 3 rounds to each side. You choose the pacing. All at different rates, so when you finish, once again, 2 straight legs, tilt the spine forward. Bend the knees, turn the toes out to 45-degree angles. Hands to the knees. We're rising partway up. The hands are pressing the hips open. A nice little twist, dropping right shoulder forward. Left shoulder. Back through the center, 2 more breaths. And straightening the legs, heel toe the feet in. Let's come to the back wall. And we're gonna use the wall to help the shoulder stretch. So we're facing our hips towards front door. We're taking the right arm onto the wall. That right arm is going to trace a slow circle up. And then you're going to pause at the spot about shoulder height behind you. So from here, you might feel your hips turning into the wall. If so, that probably indicates this is a pretty tight spot. Maybe you need to step away from the wall. If you want more, you would increase this by turning a little bit of the hips and a little bit of the shoulders closer to the front of the room. Try to tilt your neck in ways that help to increase that stretch. More inhale. With our exhale, step away from the wall. Let that straight right arm come across the body. Hug it into the chest. Perhaps a nice arm circle of this right arm as you release. Circle back. Circle forward. Good, and then let's face our hips to the back door. Left hand on the wall, traces up nice and slowly. Leave it at that spot, shoulder height behind you. May need to scoot a little bit away from the wall if it's super tight. Or to increase it, maybe the hips and or shoulders start tilting toward front of room. The neck be tilted in a helpful way. More inhale. Exhale, step away from the wall. The straight left arm crosses over the body. Get a nice hug. You release, perhaps you take a full nice circle to each direction. Good. Coming up to the mat, let's do a nice little flow back. So when you're ready, inhale, circle arms up to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, planting hands. Travel back. Your choice. Pulls down dog or the flow. Beautiful. Float the right leg up to sky. As the right knee comes to nose in that plank position, cross the knee off to the left and place the side of the foot down. If you have enough balance to float left hand up to sky, try to come up. Good. Hand back down. Unwind, three-legged dog. And step right foot in between hands. Back knee lowers to ground. As we set our hips thinking forward, allow yourself to take an eagle's arms. So right elbow under left. Elbows inching up. As the hips continue to sink forward, feel this nice release and opening through the heart. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms, fingertips down. Allow the back knee to lift up. We've got the toes on the ground for that back foot. The front leg 3 times goes a bit straighter. And back to soft bend. 2. 1. Beautiful. Back still down. Float the arms up to sky. Warrior 1. Warrior 1. Open up to warrior 2. Extended side angle. Reverse.
You did it right for you.
Warrior 2. And then turning open to goddess, we're in a little bit of a squat. Wind the right elbow under the left again. From this spot, imagine the arms wound up like this are like an elephant's trunk. The trunk is trying to trace a slow circle to each direction. So perhaps the first circle is clockwise. Slowly tilt to the side. Eventually circle down. Round. And up. Good. And when you got there, reverse the circle. Back up, pause just a few extra breaths. Make sure you feel the shoulder stretch. So shoulders press down, elbows lifted up. One more inhale. Exhale, the arms spread open. Straightening the legs. Let's turn our way forward into warrior 1. Let me take that bench shape again. From warrior 1, leave the right arm by the ear as the left arm drops down. It's a variation, an asymmetrical variation of warrior 3. The left hand is by the hip. Try to rise up to balance from there, balancing on right foot. Left thigh wraps over eagle, left elbow under. Good. We're gonna try to go back to that warrior 3 variation twice more. So right arm by ear, left leg and left arm back. So, rising back up, warrior 3, left elbow under, left thigh over. One more. Right arm by ear. Left leg and left arm back. And back up. Left elbow under. Beautiful efforts. Unwind arms, legs. Circle up to sky. And forward fold. Nice half lift. Hands plant down. Travel back. Child pose, down dog or a flow. Good. So one more side. From down dog, left leg lifts. So knee to nose. Press the knee to the right, straighten the leg. Set the foot down. Maybe right hand can float up. Beautiful. Hand down. Three-legged dog. And left foot steps in between hands. Back knee drops down. As we start to rise up in that lunge shape, with the left elbow under right. Lift the elbows up as we arch the heart. One more inhale. Exhale, unwind the arms, fingertips down. Lift up the back knee. Front leg softens its way straighter. 3. And back to bench. 2. Last one. And back heel down, warrior 1. Breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. Extended side angle. Up to reverse. Warrior 2, turning open to goddess. We're in the squat. This time, left elbow under. We've got our elephant trunk, slowly tilt, perhaps starting counterclockwise this time. Nice slow circle all the way around. When you finish, reverse clockwise. No sense of rush. When you're finished, make sure shoulders are still opening, elbows lifting, shoulders pressing down. One more breath in and out. Good. Releasing arms open. Shift the feet into warrior 1. Face forward. Last little challenge of the day. Left arm stays by the ear as the right arm swings down. We've got asymmetrical warrior 3. Tilt up, wrapping right thigh over eagle and right elbow under. Beautiful. Unwind. Left arm, right ear. Pick right arm and right leg back. And as we come up, right thigh over, right elbow under. One more. Left arm, right ear. Right arm and leg back. And eagle, right thigh over, right elbow under. More good inhale. Exhale. Release. Uncross. Last flow back. Circle up to sky. Sense of ease. Completely stress-free. Drop down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands. Your choice. Child pose, down dog, or the flow. Beautiful. Softly lower to knees if you're not there. We're briefly going to go into a toe squat. So tuck the toes. Press into your hands to help lift up the knees. If you can squeeze inner thighs together, skip maybe one hand or both to balance it. Heart. Toe stretch is a good variation if the toe squat is too much for knees. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, fingers down, knees softly down. The feet are going directly into that toe stretch. So if you can continue to sit up over the feet, great. If you need to take some of your weight forward for more of a release, that's great. Just a couple more breaths. Breathe into that opening, stress-free feet. More inhale. Exhale, plant the hands forward. You can circle through the feet or gently pound them out. Good. So the toes sit up similar to before, tucked, but this time, let the knees be on the ground but wide. Coming upright. We're going to circle the right hand on the ground. Once it's behind us, the left hand takes a nice twist, arch up and over. And then when we circle the left hand through the ground, the right hand comes up. The toes need to just tuck and sit instead. That is another variation we can take. We've been in a stretch for a little while. I'm going to take this at least 3 times to each side if everything is feeling okay. Returning one more time to that nice rocking sensation, calming the nervous system. Whenever you finish all 3, the toes can have another release, circling or pounding. Sitting back into child pose, let the arms stretch forward. Walk the hands off the right side of the mat. Hands off the left side of the mat. Back Through the center, a bonus breath or two, reminding the spine of this nice centered alignment. Good. Let's come up to a seated place. From seated, you can cross the right leg in front. You can do the right shin on top. Some people might take the right knee on top, so don't force anything through hips or knees to set up the one that's comfortable. And then let's allow ourselves to place right hand at base of neck, left hand at low back. If you can inch the fingers together to find connection, great. If you're grabbing for shirt and then just sitting up tall, that's also great. Do what's accessible today. Make sure chin ends up kind of at a neutral spot. So head gets to push back just a little bit. Imagine breathing ease into all these tight shoulder areas. You are welcome to stay here. You can tilt forward to any degree, or you can release at any point and just lean forward. Whatever we're doing, we'll give it about 3 more breaths. Just relax. After that 3rd breath, let's start to switch the legs out. Whatever this hip and knee are happy with, cross leg, shin stack, knee stack. This time it's left hand to base of neck, right hand to low back. If they inch together, great. If you're grabbing shirt, great. Make sure that the chin sets up neutral. Breathing ease one more time into these shoulders. You can stay upright, start to tilt, or at any point you can release and just lean forward. Whatever your body's asking for. About 3 more breaths. After all 3, let's rise up and begin to explore any last poses our body wants prior to Shavasana. Maybe these are final seated stretches. Maybe these are returning onto our back, plow pose, happy baby pose, those kinds of things. Just explore whatever last things the body needs to feel happy, to feel complete. Feel like we've eased the stress right out. rush to be in Shavasana, but naturally some will make it there sooner than others. So when you're there, just let the breath be the breath that helps you imagine exhaling out any last bits of stress that might be found in your body. Begin to deepen the inhales and exhales. Using little movements back to fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Stretching it out in ways that feel really good. Eventually taking a nice fetal position off to one side. Enjoying this beautiful flow of air. Enjoying this much stress-reduced body. Just enjoying how it is to have the whole body feel so much more open and alive. Perhaps we're here 2 or 3 more breaths until you feel ready to rise sooner or later. So here as we join hands together in front of the heart, we recognize how it feels to be at least a little bit reduced with our stress quantity. We feel maybe little urges from within to include more self-care perhaps, to reduce the amount that we're putting on our plate, or perhaps other little urges to help us maintain more and more of this quality, taking things with a grain of salt rather than taking personal offense. So with all this stress reduction to lead us toward a healthier immunity, leading us toward healthy and happy days ahead, let's wrap up the time we shared together with a sound of Om. Deep inhale now. Om. May we be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.